welcome. You're watching the News Hour Agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. Today, the Prime Minister sent out an unequivocal message to his party and the country at large. The BJP, he said, is ready for the long haul. And it's not just about elections, but about India's future. He positioned India's future as one where people will have a clear choice between a coalition of the corrupt versus those, he says, are working at the grassroots. It's interesting that this is happening at a time when the Congress is trying to rally the opposition under its banner of saving democracy. But today the Prime Minister turned that fight, that mission of the Congress on its head, saying that this fight of the Congress is not for democracy, but in fact was for a united front against a crackdown on corruption. As for the charge that agencies are being misused, he called it a petulant backlash of those who find themselves under the scanner and are not averse to teaming up with anti-India forces within and without. First, listen in to the very detailed attack by the Prime Minister this evening, directed not just at the Congress, but everyone who the BJP will be facing up against in the next few months.
ऐसे में देश के भीतर बैठी और देश के बाहर बैठी भारत विरोधी शक्तियों का एकजुट होना स्वाभाविक है। ये शक्तियां किसी भी तरह भारत से विकास का एक कालखंड छीन लेना चाहती है। आज भारत को रोकने के लिए हमारी इस नींव पर चोट की जा रही है, संवैधानिक संस्थाओं पर प्रहार किया जा रहा है, उन्हें बदनाम करने का अभियान छेड़ा जा रहा है, उनकी क्रेडिबिलिटी, उनकी विश्वसनीयता खत्म करने की साजिश की जा रही है। जो लोग भ्रष्टाचार में लिप्त हैं, उन पर जब एजेंसियां कार्रवाई करती हैं तो एजेंसियों पर हमला किया जाता है। जब कोर्ट कोई फैसला सुनाता है तो कोर्ट पर सवाल उठाए जाते हैं, न्यायिक प्रणाली पर हमले होते हैं। आप सब देख रहे हैं, कुछ दलों ने मिलकर भ्रष्टाचारी बचाओ अभियान छेड़ा हुआ है। साथियों, आजादी के 7 दशकों में पहली बार भ्रष्टाचार पर इस तरह की चोट हो रही है। पूरे देश की जनता आज भ्रष्टाचारियों पर हो रही कार्रवाई से खुश है। आपकी यही जानकारी है ना? मैं जहां जाता हूं लोग यही कहते हैं, मोदी जी रुकना मत। जनसंघ को मिटाने की, भाजपा को मिटाने की अनेक बार साजिशें हुई, और ये तो वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने मुझे भी जेल में डालने के लिए क्या क्या जाल नहीं बिछाई, लेकिन वो पूरी तरह नाकाम रहे। और हम बचे हैं, हम फले हैं, फूले हैं तो जनता जनार्दन के आशीर्वाद से, देशवासियों के प्यार से बढ़े, देशवासियों का अपार प्रेम, यही तो हमारी पूंजी है, यही हमें समर्थन देता है। हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं को लंबी पारी के लिए तैयार करना चाहिए। दल को बनाने में जिस तरह अनेक पीढ़ियां खप गई, उसी तरह देश को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए हमें भी अपनी पीढ़ियों को खपाना होगा।
The Congress has already announced agitation against the Modi government over the next few months, whose narrative will then the public buy. Will the fight against corruption be the rallying cry for the foreseeable future, and will it really be enough to counter all allegations of a dictatorial government and failures of the last 9 years?
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining us now on the debate, we have Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Lokesh Jindal, Leader of the Congress, Dr. Riju Datta, National Spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress, Kapish Srivastava, National Spokesperson of Samajwadi Party, and Sridhar Reddy, Spokesperson of the BRS. But I actually want to start with Harshvardhan Tripathi, senior journalist, to get a non-political view. Harshvardhan ji, आपको क्यों लगता है कि Prime Minister chose corruption? ये कहना कि हम लंबी लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं और ये भ्रष्टाचारियों के खिलाफ होगी, ये थीम क्यों चुनी आज प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने लंबी लड़ाई के लिए?
पद्मजा, राजनीति में किसी नेता के लिए सबसे महत्वपूर्ण क्या होता है? सबसे महत्वपूर्ण होता है कि जनता का विश्वास, ट्रस्ट, जो मैंडेट है वो किस बुनियाद पर हासिल किया है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की बुनियाद है उनके जो कैरेक्टर की, उनकी पर्सनालिटी की, उनके व्यक्तित्व की, कि मोदी कुछ भी करेगा भ्रष्टाचार बर्दाश्त नहीं करेगा। और 2013 में जब प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी नहीं थे, जब वो मुख्यमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी थे, उन्होंने इसी बुनियाद पर, इसी फाउंडेशन पर अपनी कैंपेन स्टार्ट की थी। 2014 के बाद से इस देश में भ्रष्टाचार के मामले में सबसे ज्यादा तेजी से काम हुआ। मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूं कि सारे भ्रष्टाचार के आरोपियों पर कार्रवाई हो गई, सारे मामलों में सजा हो गई, लेकिन जो आंकड़े बताते हैं, जो तथ्य बताते हैं कि सबसे ज्यादा कार्रवाई हुई। इस देश ने सबसे ज्यादा भ्रष्टाचारियों के काले धन को एजेंसियों के द्वारा पकड़े जाते देखा। इस देश ने देखा कि कैसे एमपी एमएलए कोर्ट अलग अलग मामलों में, चाहे वो भ्रष्टाचार का मामला हो या कोई और मामला हो, उसमें कन्विक्ट होते हुए देखा। वरना नेता तो दोषी ही नहीं होता, नेता तो सिर्फ राज करने के लिए पैदा होता है, नेता भ्रष्टाचार करने के लिए पैदा होता है, नेता अपराधी को बड़ा बनाने के लिए पैदा होता है। लेकिन अब नेता जेल जाता है, अब नेता को सजा होती है, नेता दोबारा जनप्रतिनिधि नहीं बन पाता। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी को पता है कि इस वक्त जो कोशिश हो रही है वो 2019 की हताशा का चरम है। राफेल में प्रधानमंत्री को भ्रष्टाचारी कोशिश की गई बनाने की, चौकीदार चोर है, मैं भी चौकीदार कैंपेन थी। अभी जो सारा मामला चल रहा है, चाहे वो अडानी हो, चाहे वो लंदन में जाकर अमेरिका और यूरोपीय यूनियन से कहना कि सो कॉल्ड डिफेंडर्स ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी क्या कर रहे हैं, उन सब को लेकर प्रधानमंत्री को पता है कि देश की जनता के मन में भ्रम डालने की कोशिश है। उस भ्रम से लड़ाई की बात कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए भ्रष्टाचार से लड़ाई की बात कर रहे हैं। और वो ये कह रहे हैं कि जो हमने हासिल किया है ये हमारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस की वजह से है, और इंस्टीट्यूशंस पर डाउट क्रिएट करने की कोशिश हो रही है।
लोकेश जिंदल, लेट्स पुट अ फ्यू थिंग्स स्ट्रेट। करप्ट लोग हर पार्टी में हैं। Irrespective of what anyone might say, there are problems, there are black sheep in every party, but here the BJP has two things. One, the Prime Minister, whose own image is almost Teflon-like. This has been acknowledged by none other than Rahul Gandhi himself, who said in 2019 that right now the biggest thing is the image of the Prime Minister. And the second, the opposition, which has corruption as its Achilles heel. If anything, सबसे ज्यादा भ्रष्टाचारी के केसेस, सबसे ज्यादा भ्रष्टाचार के जो लोग हैं, the people who are either accused or convicted of corruption, are in the opposition parties.
Padmaja, the very basic meaning of corruption is a deviance from a normative behavior, which is as per the moral and ethical standards of the society. And if a government which is supposed to act on the basis of Constitution of India deviates from the very principles of the Constitution, then it won't be wrong that the present government is the most corrupt government that we have seen since independence.
Mr. Jindal, while I would love to have a deeply philosophical academic conversation with you about, deviance and what is at the very root of corruption, right now we are going by the Indian Penal Code and the Prevention of Corruption Act. अब ये हम बहुत ही मतलब ईसोटेरिक बात कर सकते हैं कि करप्शन तो एक मॉरल करप्शन होता है, एक वो हृदय का करप्शन होता है। अभी हम इंडियन पीनल कोड की बात कर रहे हैं, एंड एज फार एज इंडियन पीनल कोड इज कंसर्न्ड, हियर इज व्हाट द एसोसिएशन फॉर डेमोक्रेटिक रिफॉर्म says about parties which have the maximum number of people with cases against them. And I know that always the Congress comes back and says, सबसे ज्यादा which is 116 is against the BJP. And in saying that, you're absolutely right. But what the Congress very carefully does not mention is that the percentage, by BJP ke 303 सांसद भी तो हैं. So in percentage terms, the BJP has 39% people against whom there are declared criminal cases, as opposed to the Congress, which has 57% MPs with declared criminal cases. More than half of your MPs have declared criminal cases, as opposed to 39% in the BJP. That is why the PM says it's a coalition of the corrupt, and that's your Achilles heel. Lokesh Jindal.
Yes, Padmaja, while dealing with corruption, a government is supposed to legislate laws, uniformly apply them, and bring about some form of an institutional mechanism to deal with corruption. It cannot resort to witch hunting, which the present government has resorted to. Almost all the laws which are today dealing with corruption are not the outcome of the present regime. These are the laws which were brought into effect by previous regime, whether it is Benami Transaction Act, Prevention of Money Laundering Act, ED institutions as well. But the present government has resorted to their misuse.
Okay.
And it has resorted so as to gain some form of a political
So
edge.
name cases. Don't say generically, because every case that you talk about
I'll
under the Prevention of Corruption Act eventually goes to court. So whether it be the case of Manish Sisodia, whether it be the case of Partha Chatterjee, whether it be the case of Rahul Gandhi, all of them, sir, have gone to court. And they have not been quashed or dismissed. किसी में जेल हुई है, किसी में बेल हुई है. But court ने uphold किया है in cases को. So name specifics. Name specifics, sir. If you're talking about witch hunting through cases, name specifics, and then Sanju Verma will answer. Name specifics.
The hot topic that is the defamation case.
Name specifics. I'm not talking about defamation.
Yes.
I'm talking about corruption cases, which you said are witch hunt.
Very specific case.
Specific case, yes.
Now, this entire case, which was lodged in 2021, the complainant himself goes to the Gujarat High Court in March 2022, claiming that he doesn't have enough evidence, so this case must be stayed. And the Gujarat High Court stays the case. And subsequently, suddenly, in February 2023...
Which case are you talking about? I'm talking about corruption. Abhi we're talking about corruption cases as a witch hunt. Now you have jumped to defamation. Sir, I'm talking about corruption. Today the Prime Minister said कि जो लोग लोकतंत्र चिल्ला रहे हैं, वो basically भ्रष्टाचारी बचाओ आंदोलन चला रहे हैं.
भ्रष्ट तो सरकार है वर्तमान की. आप किसी से इंसुलेट कर रहे हो आप. भ्रष्ट तो वर्तमान सरकार है जो लीगल गवर्नमेंट को यूज कर रही है. देखिए पद्मजा जी, हम करप्शन किसको कहते हैं? When laws are abused, when laws
Where is the law abused? Name a specific case, sir.
Madam,
where was the law abused?
Criminal Procedure Code 202 was abused in the present defamation case, so as to have.
Now you've gone to defamation. Anyway, you've gone to defamation. Sanju Verma, before you respond to this, I want to play out for you what Gaurav Gogoi and the Congress said today evening. वो बेचारे एक मशाल मार्च निकालना चाहते थे, और ये हमारे देश में हो गया है that the opposition is not even being allowed to carry out a mashal march. If this is not moral corruption and dictatorial behavior, what is? Just listen into what the Congress said.
BJP government seems to be scared of everything. First they were scared of tweets, then they were scared of Rahul Gandhi's speeches, now they are scared of marches. This is the typical behavior of a fascist organization when opposition parties are not being able to give political speeches, conduct political rallies. These are all peaceful, and this is what Prime Minister Modi is going to show to the world.
Okay, respond to this. This is the moral corruption that Lokesh Jindal was referring to. Fascist behavior. Sanju Verma.
Padmaja ji, let me be very honest with you. When the Prime Minister today said that agencies are being attacked and there is a coalition of the corrupt who will stop at nothing and will keep crying and sulking about vendetta politics, I think he was bang on target. And I'll tell you why. You know, first we need to understand to distinguish between the BJP and the apex agencies of this country. Point number one, be it the Election Commission which has come under attack, be it the Supreme Court which has come under attack, be it the Enforcement Directorate which has come under attack from the opposition, or the CBI. These are all by and large autonomous, constitutionally established statutory bodies in more ways than one. And I will just quickly, without being verbose, remind the Congress panelists and your audience. It was for the
ED
first
and
time in
CBI, the
2016.
constitutional
I did not interrupt you. Now please keep quiet. I did not heckle you. Have decency to listen.
Incorrect sentence. Is
Padmaja,
ED and
can I
CBI a
please
false?
speak?
Okay, one at a time, sir, one at a time.
Media lecture, shut up.
Okay, no, this is not okay. Please, we will not use language like this against each other. Please, let's be civil to each other. Go on, Sanju Verma, and no interruptions, yes.
Thank you. I came into the debate after 14 minutes. I don't want to be heckled by a representative of
Please,
a
let's be polite to each other. We'll all be polite to each other. This will just descend into unnecessary finger pointing and yelling at each other. Please. Yes, go on.
I did not heckle. I was very
No,
patient.
but please, we will not tell each other to shut up. This is not okay. Please go on, make your point.
Let me. Yes, so even abusing the Prime Minister is not okay, which happens regularly on your show. Let me be very categorical about that. Now let me
You
come to
can
my moot
defame
point.
me.
Okay, please. Mr. Jindal, one at a time. Go on.
Thank you. I don't need your bhashan, Lokesh Jindal. Now learn to listen. Who's giving us lectures on propriety? Who's giving the BJP lectures on ethics? Who's giving the BJP lectures on integrity? It is a party, Rahul Gandhi's debilitated, electorally vanquished party, whose top brass, Sonia Gandhi, out on bail in the National Herald scam. Despite best attempts, the Supreme Court refused to quash proceedings against the Gandhis. बीजेपी ने नहीं किया, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने बोला गांधीज विल हैव टू फेस ट्रायल. राहुल गांधी आउट ऑन बेल, P. Chidambaram out on bail. And let me tell you, before you come to Karnataka, because election season is heating up in Karnataka, people say Karnataka is a 40% commission government. We had the guts to remove K. Ishwarappa, the Panchayati Raj minister, from the cabinet last year when allegations surfaced against him, and though they were not proven, we did not get him back into the cabinet. Now compare that with D.K. Shivakumar, the Karnataka Congress chief, who's facing a trial for disproportionate assets to the tune of 700 crore. He's on trial since 2018. हिम्मत है D.K. शिवकुमार को हटाने की नहीं. इसलिए यहाँ बैठकर भाषण मत दीजिए. And last but not the least, on your debates, Padmaja, because I've done more debates on Times Now with you than with any other channel. Every time on the corruption issue, people say, oh, Enforcement Directorate ka to strike rate is only 0.5%. So let me tell you, there is an article, go back and check on Google, on 16th March 2023, carried out by Times of India, which says that in PMLA cases, which are the most important when it comes to handling corruption, the Enforcement Directorate strike rate, do you know how much it is? 96%. So don't sit here and question the bona fides of the Enforcement Directorate.
No, I'll reply.
Okay, respond to that. And it's incidentally, since D.K. Shivkumar and Ishwarappa comparison has been made in corruption cases, let me also tell you that according to the ADR report, the MP whose assets jumped the maximum between 2014 and 2019, coincidentally, we're not saying it's corruption, we're just saying that the maximum assets increase was of D.K. Suresh, who is the Congress MP from Bangalore Rural, is the brother of D.K. Shivkumar, and his assets increased by a whopping 295%, just saying. Lokesh Jindal.
Well, the central agencies are there. Why are they not acting if they are having such substantial data? Because they are waiting.
Abhi to when agencies are acting, you are saying it's a witch hunt. Abhi 3 minutes
I'll tell you. BJP should change its slogan to "Dhoondte reh jaoge." You know, there is this Surf Excel which had come up with a famous
let's talk about facts. Okay, please don't heckle Lokesh Jindal now. But Mr. Jindal, okay. You know, instead of doing gimmickry about ye washing machine hai, Surf Excel hai, I am still asking you, name me one case where you are saying that the court threw out the corruption allegations. On the other hand, let me quote to you the paradox of paradoxes. Right now, 4 days ago, the Congress carried out a march saying save democracy, Modi government चोर है. उस मार्च में एक तरफ थे मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे, दूसरी तरफ थे ए राजा. वही ए राजा जिनको आपने कहा था कि 2G केस में वो सबसे बड़े कल्प्रिट हैं, जिन ए राजा ने बोला था कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर मनमोहन सिंह की वजह से सारा घपला हुआ है, वो ए राजा को बगल में लेकर के आप एंटी करप्शन मार्च कर रहे थे. हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी wants to respond. Yes.
Well said, Padmaja. Well said.
देखिए पद्मजा, मैं बोलूं पद्मजा?
जी, मिस्टर त्रिपाठी।
जी, मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि देखिए बड़ा जिसको कहते हैं ना कि सुखद संयोग है ये इससे हो नहीं सकता है। लोकेश जिंदल जी जब कह रहे हैं कि हमारी सरकार में एजेंसियां बनी थी, भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ संस्थाएं बनी थी, ये ठीक बात है, लेकिन भैया संस्थाएं बनेंगी तो संस्थाओं को काम करना होता है। दे आर सपोज टू एक्ट, और एक्ट भी टाइम बाउंड मैनर में। ऐसा नहीं है कि हमारा जब मन करेगा तब करेंगे। और जिन डीके शिव कुमार की बात हो रही है, अभी इस डिबेट पर, पद्मजा आपकी डिबेट पर आने से पहले मैंने देखा, आप भी वो खबर चेक कराइए, वो वीडियो मंगवाइए जिसमें वो रैली में वो शायद कुछ पैसे वैसे फेंकते हुए, नोट ऐसे फेंकी जा रही है। तो मुझे लगता है कि सेंट्रल एजेंसियां तो पहुंचेंगी ही पहुंचेंगी।
जिस स्पीड से राहुल गांधी जी के लिए
आप वही करने लगे, ये अभद्रता होती है। ये तो आप जानते हैं ना, आप तो पढ़े लिखे व्यक्ति हैं, आप तो इस तरह से अभद्रता नहीं करते हैं। नहीं, आप अगर चाहते हैं कि मैं भी यही करूं तो मैं ये नहीं करूंगा, क्योंकि मैं आपकी तरह नहीं हो सकता हूं, मैं चुप हो जाता हूं।
आपने बहुत अच्छी बात की, आपने बहुत अच्छी बात की, टाइम बाउंड जस्टिस की, टाइम बाउंड इंटेरोगेशन की। मेरा केवल एक प्रश्न है कि जिस स्पीड से आपने राहुल गांधी जी के मामले में एक्ट किया, उस स्पीड से अदानी मामले में एक्ट क्यों नहीं किया? इसका जवाब दीजिए मुझे। आप कह रहे थे ना एजेंसीज को एक्ट करना है।
Let Honorable Tripathi quickly respond. I really must bring in the TMC, the BRS and Samajwadi Party also. Please let him quickly respond. Yes.
सिर्फ 10 सेकंड। पद्मजा, ये कांग्रेसी प्रवक्ता ही कर सकता है इतनी बेतुकी तुलना और इतना बेतुका सवाल।
सर ये जवाब है आपका।
जब आप कहते हैं कि राहुल गांधी पर एक्ट किया, किसने एक्ट किया मैं बता रहा हूं। अब लोकेश जिंदल, मैंने आपके बीच में नहीं बोला, ये तरीका आपका अच्छा नहीं है। जब कोर्ट करता है तो वो भी राहुल गांधी पे करता है, और जब कोर्ट करता है तो वो भी अडानी पे करता है। कोर्ट ने राहुल गांधी को 2 साल की सजा सुनाई, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने अडानी मामले में बाकायदा कमेटी बनाई है देश के 5 बड़े लोगों की। थोड़ा भरोसा रखिए, सेबी भी जांच कर रहा है। इतनी हड़बड़ी में आप आ जाते हैं यहां, और जब कार्रवाई हो जाती है तो कहते हैं कि अरे भ्रष्टाचारी था, पकड़ क्यों लिया, हमारे यहां था भाई, छोड़ देते। ऐसे तो एक बार सत्ता में रहेगा छोड़ दिया जाएगा, एक बार विपक्ष में रहेगा छोड़ दिया जाएगा। ये वाला बंद करो भाई, देश बर्दाश्त नहीं करता है।
Riju Datta, you know, when the Prime Minister today said that it's a coalition of the corrupt, is it also coming from realization that it is a very weak coalition? For example, this march that I was talking about also it didn't have the TMC in it because you were protesting separately. However, it did have Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary in it, who last I remember in 2022 said it's common knowledge how corrupt the entire West Bengal government and the TMC is. When Partha Chatterjee was still being investigated, ED was just investigating him. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary wrote a letter saying he is definitely corrupt, he should immediately be arrested by the same ED.
Okay. Now, Padmaja, again, usually I don't know what this trend you have started. You come to me after exactly 25 minutes. So give me the courtesy of time. Thank you. See, there is a very dangerous precedent that has been set in this country by the BJP and none other than the Honorable Prime Minister, that if you are a thug, you are a conman, you are a racist, you are a killer, you are a murderer, you join the BJP, you wash yourself with the Lotus detergent and go through the BJP washing machine, all your sins are washed away. Case in point, Shubhendu Adhikari, mentioned in the ED and CBI charge sheet in the Naroda scam, not even investigated, not even called for investigation. Second case in point, you are talking about Partha Chatterjee. He is behind bars. We have thrown him out of the party in the recruitment scam. The kingpin of the recruitment scam in West Bengal is one man called Pushpa Rai. You know, from his house, the ED has recovered the registration documents of Dilip Ghosh's residential address, who is the national vice president of the BJP. And his answer to the media was, he is my plumber. Now, my question to Times for viewers and everybody on this panel, do we keep our home residential documents and agreements with plumbers and carpenters? But he's not touched, not even called by the ED and CBI. So basically, BJP and the Prime Minister talking about corruption is like sitting in glass houses throwing stones at others. They do not have any moral high ground. They should introspect.
Okay, Sanju Verma. It always comes back to haunt you. Shubhendu Adhikari has now written a letter saying that the cases against me are trumped up and those case details have also been sought. Which is why TMC today is saying that just because he's come to your side, suddenly he ceased to be corrupt. It's not even-handed, na, this fight against corruption.
Padmaja, let me be very clear. I have said this on your debate and without any qualms, very responsibly, I challenge the opposition. If you have a case against Shubhendu Adhikari, if you have a case against Himanta Biswa Sarma, if you have a case against Narayan Rane, because these are the names which keep coming up, please knock on the doors of the relevant High Court or Supreme Court, because ek baar to aap ye kehte ho, we believe in the judiciary. But on the other hand, you don't have the requisite proof and the requisite evidence and the requisite material to take these netas to the court. Either take them to the court like the BJP does or stop crying on national television. I will give you the example of none other than the tallest. I did not interrupt you. Listen to me now. I did not interrupt you. The tallest leader in this country is who? It is Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And Narendra Modi was hounded for how many years? 20 long years. Even after being given a clean sheet by the Supreme Court in June 2022, the likes of Mamata Banerjee, the likes of Jairam Ramesh, the likes of Rahul Gandhi, the likes of Ajay Maken, they still doubt Prime Minister Modi's involvement or otherwise in the Gujarat riots. और आप यहाँ बैठकर हमको नैतिकता पर भाषण देंगे? Talk about Partha Chatterjee. You first said he is innocent. Then when you were driven to the when you were
okay, let Riju Datta respond. You raised a point, let him respond. Riju Datta.
corrupt hai. Then Mamata Banerjee said
संजू जी मैं थोड़ा बोल लूं आपका इजाजत.
Yes, Riju Datta, go on, respond.
Thank you. I hope Sanju ji gives me the permission to speak. See, the ministers and the netas that Sanju ji mentioned, all cases against them are in court. They are being investigated by the central agencies. But unfortunately, the central agencies get paralysis or they get conjunctivitis and they don't see them anymore. Number one. I will add one more neta who was felicitated by none other than Vishwaguru himself, Mr. Yadurappa. अभी आप यहाँ पर बैठ के बोलेंगे कि उनके नाम पे कोई लैंड और माइन स्कैम नहीं है. He was felicitated by the Prime Minister a few days ago, and now he is not investigated by the central agencies anymore. So bottom line is, madam, bottom line is, आप कुछ भी करो, आपकी पार्टी के जो छोड़े आप उनको निकाल दीजिए. हम बोलेंगे आप भी सही है. और मजा मत Then BJP will not be in power. The first person who will be investigated is Mr. Jaisha and Dumpy Message.
Actually, I don't know about where you're getting those details from. As far as the list of people whose assets have jumped, the top three are Indian National Congress, NCP and Shiromani Akali Dal. At number 4 is Hema Malini, Member of Parliament of the BJP. But let me get in the BRS as well. Again, when we are talking about very tenuous alliances that happen, Mr. Reddy, Congress and you, for you to be standing together versus the BJP or an anti-corruption plank, one only has to Google Congress, BRS corruption. Here are the examples that pop up. You've got Revant Reddy saying that BRS is taking away money of the farmers. You have got the Congress leading a march in Telangana and being restricted on the issue of corruption. So the same Congress in your state is saying that you're the #1 corrupt government and party.
No, here whether we are supporting Congress party or not is a different case, and we are not supporting Congress party on the terms of corruption or so. We are talking about, we are supporting especially in the case where in this Rahul Gandhi's, disqualification issue and all that, and in JPC formation where the government is not acting onto it. These are the two things where we may have some kind of, similar opinion. But as far as these things are concerned, today when you take the Prime Minister's speech, we have actually gone through it. It was nothing new, and the same Atmastuti Paraninda, the entire speech. And Prime Minister actually, it seems that he is trying to defend his silence on formation of a JPC on Adani scam and his silence on entire Adani scam. And Sanjuji was saying we have guts enough to rather, expel Mr. K.S. Ishwarappa. Why it is not applied to Yediyurappa? Once the most corrupted Yediyurappa today is in your highest decision-making body, that is your parliamentary board. Once called as Andhra Malyas.
Okay.
I have waited for a long time.
Yes,
Once called as Andhra Malyas by GVL Narasimha Rao, the CM Ramesh, former member of parliament, Mr. Sujana Chaudhary, former minister who defrauded banks to 6,000 crores, other man evaded tax of hundreds of crores, he is paid today.
Fair enough. But again, Mr. Reddy, I go back to my original point.
Today,
everyone has got their black sheep, but what the BJP has going in their favor is one, the Prime Minister's own clean image, and two, the fact that corruption and conviction is far greater among the opposition parties.
How can Padmaja, how can you say Prime Minister's own clean image?
Because
today
despite the fact that every election has been preceded with corruption charges, none of them
whatever
have stuck,
scam
sir.
happened,
None of them have stuck.
Maybe not straight, may not be recorded, but whatever happened in Adani scam, the Honorable Prime Minister is responsible. Adani ke piche Pradhani hai.
Okay, that will be decided, sir, only by the court. It will not be decided either in a TV debate or elsewhere. Okay, quickly, Sanju Verma respond.
For it. He need to answer for it.
Thank you.
Atmastuti Param Ninda.
Okay, yes. Now let me tell you, जब आपने आत्मस्तुति की बात की है, तो मेरा तो शायरी बोलना बनता है. झूठ की नाव सच के समुंदर में बहुत देर तक चल सकती नहीं. झूठ की नाव सच के समुंदर में बहुत देर तक चल सकती नहीं. झूठ बोलने वालों का स्वभाव कभी बदलता नहीं. And this is meant for the entire opposition, Rahul Gandhi, BRS, MK Stalin, blah 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 included. Now coming to the DRS.
प्रधानमंत्री जी के बारे में बोल रहे हैं.
Keep quiet. I did not heckle him. I did not heckle him. You have to ask him to stop. I did not heckle this man even once.
Finish your point. 30 seconds, please. Yes.
Why do you every time take that you are heckled by somebody?
No, Padmaja, this is not done because you don't want me to get aggressive.
Okay, yes. Okay, no heckling, please. 30 seconds, finish your point. Yes.
Habit of your party.
Now please keep quiet. Have the decency to keep quiet. I heard your diatribe. Now have the decency to listen to what I have to say. Who is today facing the ED investigation in the Delhi liquor scam involving the South Group? Your Karta Dharta, KCR's daughter K. Kavita, she approached the Supreme Court to say that the ED summons should be quashed, and the Supreme Court showed her the door. So let me tell you, your top brass is facing trial in the liquor scam. You have no business giving integrity certificates to Narendra Modi. 100 KCRs plus KTRs plus K Kavita cannot match up to the impeccable integrity of Narendra Modi.
Okay, I'm going to leave it at that because each one of these cases we have to examine on an individual basis. But as far as the political narrative is concerned, you can be quite certain. What the Prime Minister said today, what he said a few days ago in a media conclave when he mentioned that there are going to be no monkey balancing on the issue of a corruption crackdown anymore, he has pretty much set the tone for what is going to happen over the next few months. Politically, how will people react? That will depend on who gets the voters' trust. Thanks very much, all gentlemen. Sanju Verma for joining me.